Hello, and welcome to another presentation of the Backyard Golf Association. I am your co-host, Patrick Judd, joined today by Charleston Olson.
And other co-host, Tanner Hudson.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a beautiful day on the final round of the quarantine special.
Some folks like to call it the Quarantine Classic because it has a better ring to it. Today we're playing the hybrid course of the Hidden Hicks Country Club and the Olson Links, also known as the Links of Leo.
The players have been preparing for this event for the last several weeks.
This is the season opener for the Backyard Golf Association inaugural season.
The sponsors today are Almost Golf golf balls and Nestle drumsticks. The first hole provides a challenging dogleg right off the tee. You'll want to hit a draw 9-iron off the tee with the trees and woods to the right, causing a blocked shot into the green. You'll see here the open patch on the left, and then it swings over to the hole, which is guarded by the water in the back.
You do not want to miss long, or you could be playing in the pond.
Here's Judd on the first tee. I think he's got a 9-iron in hand.
Yes.
Taking an absolute beautiful practice swing.
I think the goal here is to play a big draw around the trees, and you see he tries to do it there. I think he gets caught up in a tree down there, and we'll see where that ends up. It might be in the mulch. Mulch is, you play out of the mulch.
First the tee box, Charleston Olson.
Here he is taking his practice swing. You'll see he's going to try to take the same line as Judd, just not get caught up in the trees. You want to hit it past the fence. You want to get out of the Hicks yard. That is the optimal play. See the swing off there, kind of gets lost. See how that where it ends up. I think it went pretty left.
Pretty far left.
You see here he pick up at Judd's second shot. He did get caught up in the fairway bunker. Got some trees to play through here.
Has a fairly open gap.
Looks
Just
like he's trying to cut off a couple of the trees on the left here.
He does get it over the fence and that right tree, so he does have a birdie look. Olson here switching from his 5-iron to his 9-iron. Just to run it up there, give it a little floaty bid. Can't miss left. Lawn and right are open.
He's got a wide open shot to the hole.
The players are allowed 2 clubs for this event. I think Olson chose a 9 and a 4. Judd went with 9 and 5.
It's a pretty good combo.
See, he's just got to avoid that TV sign right there. Runs it up there pretty close. Could be a tap-in birdie. We'll see how that works out for him.
Judd needs to pressure birdie to put pressure on Charlie.
See him pick up here from the green and just runs it up there short. Never really gave it a look.
Short.
It was an okay bid, but he'll have work to do for his par. See Olson here, probably about 10 yards for birdie.
This is a great look compared to the past players in this hole.
Very tricky opening hole here at the Links of Leo. Provides some challenge.
Very easy to get caught up in the woods if you don't.
And you see Olson just blows it over the hole. I don't know what he's thinking there. You just have to hit one of the boxes. You see Judd there tap in for his par.
Focus is always an issue on this course with the many distractions of neighbors and such.
Now Olson has to make this to tie Judd going into the second hole.
The wind out here is just brutal today.
He's got a nasty lie in the thick rough.
And he does hit it. He does hit the box. So they're even through one. We're playing stroke play 9 holes today. This is the second hole. It's a dogleg left around the pond. Back the tee box is right by the boxes. It's the second tree off the left.
Par 3.
Yeah, par 3. Players could lay up in the drop zone way right, or they would choose to cut the pond off. It is very windy out here today.
Looks like Judd's taking the risky line over the water.
Has 5-iron in hand, looks like. Just trying to play a draw off the corner of the pond. You see he just hooks it a mile over there. Gets caught up in the rocks that may or may not be in play. We'll have to see when we get up there.
Olson taking the same line as Judd here. Wind's very strong today. Gusts up to 45 miles per hour.
He's going to need to really have to power over.
Looks like a 4-iron hand for Olson.
And with the density of the foam golf balls, the wind really grabs it. So they're clubbing up to 4-iron for this 80-yard shot.
Looks like a pretty good draw up there. Yes, you see it bouncing on there or on the fairway.
He is safe.
Judd ended up taking a drop here. You see him taking his club lengths.
He'll be for par.
He has probably a 15-yard look at par here. Just has to hit that tree on the right.
Pretty big target compared to most of the holes on this course.
I see him verifying with his playing partners which tree it is.
Right.
Sometimes the players get confused.
They all look the same.
They really
knocks it right down the middle of the tree, so he'll be even through 2. See Olsen here for birdie look.
It's about 20 yards away.
And this would be a great start for Olsen if he could get this one to go.
1 under through the first 2 is very challenging. And he knocks it right down the middle of the tree.
Beautiful work.
Olsen leads by 1.
Hole 3 is a little longer, the 2 par 3s out here, and they're dogleg right around the pond. Players will often choose to cut it off and just go straight over. It's the same hole as hole 1 to the boxes. Olsen has the box because he birdied the last one.
And they're actually taking less club than the last hole, even though the hole is longer.
The wind is very into effect here. Olsen takes 9 iron, it looks like. And don't know what happened there. See it come down the pond. Looks a little chunky for Olsen out there. He'll have to take a drop from the drop zone, which is right at the dogleg.
The neighbors will not be happy with that chunk in there.
See Judd here taking 9 iron.
Trying to make it over.
You see the wind gust on the pond. I mean, he's got like 20, 30 miles an hour of wind behind him. Takes 9 and just hooks it way left, but it is in play over there. He'll be
Lucky break for John.
have a floaty bid for birdie. See Olsen taking his drop. He'll be for par from about 30 yards out. Same place where Judd is for 2, so he's 1 shot behind Judd at this point.
The drop zone gives you a pretty good look at the hole.
Just
although
can't miss right.
this does have a slope down to the right, leading into the water.
You see Olsen just runs it up there and goes past the boxes again. He just can't catch a break on these approach shots.
I think that nicked the boxes.
We'll have to see when we get up there. We don't know. Judd here looking at his birdie look. Try to probably maybe tie up Olsen, get down the 1 under. You see him just chunk it out there short.
Oh, that's a
Not sure what
buried
he was
lie.
thinking.
Buried lie there. That's going to be tough.
It's going to be a tough
Here's the
par shot.
lie on Judd's ball. I mean,
All right, action.
there's nothing. There's not much you can do here. This fairway on this 3rd green is leaves you some challenging shots, even though you're only like 5 yards away.
Not impossible, but very hard.
And he just puts his hand up. He's like, nothing I could do. So he's for bogey now.
Very
Another
disappointing start.
thick lie in the rough. Can't catch a break today.
Taking see some full practice swings, just trying to punch it through that grass. And chunks it again. I mean, he's getting frustrated at this point. See his facial expression out there.
He'll be for double bogey.
So for double bogey, I mean, he just rushes up there, tries to tap this in. And yes, he gets it, so he'll drop down to 2 over from 3 holes. Not what he was looking for to start off the Quarantine Classic.
It appears Olsen did not nick the boxes, and this is for his
Tap in for par.
bogey. He had to drop.
Oh, bogey, correct, yes. So Olsen is even through 3, and Judd's 2 over. Hole 4 is a dogleg right around the woods. Is a par 5. And you have to hit a soft first shot and then a big, long approach shot, low ceiling down there, and then run it up to the boxes. It can be reached in 2, but it is challenging.
Hole 4 is the 1 handicap on the entire course.
Yes, hardest hole in the course.
A true challenge for the players.
See Olsen here taking 9, trying to flip one up there, and gets nicked by the trees. Now he can't cut the corner off, so there's no way he's getting home in 2.
He'll just have to lay up.
Also a really thick lie.
See Judd here trying to take the 5 iron, go a little steamer right down there, try to cut the corner off and just have a look at it. And he hits the box.
Oh my, that's disappointing. And that's what you got to take in mind when you choose a low degree club. Looks like he's taking the other route now.
Yes, you can go through the Hicks yard, try to cut off the box that way. See Judd taking 9 through the trees, runs it up their ways, think he's happy with the shot, might have a chance at birdie. Oh.
Do it right now. Ended up in the concrete, and that is water for the BGA.
Yeah, Backyard Golf Association rules, concrete, sidewalk, street, anything is always a water hazard. So are rocks.
Nearest point of relief is where you drop out.
He'll have to play through the Hicks yard. Very hard shot.
Has to
ladies
get
and
over the
gentlemen.
fence line for birdie. You see he punches it out there.
Beautiful.
What a shot.
Beautifully done.
Beautiful
Perfect on
comeback.
line.
Beautiful comeback shot, ladies and
And you'll
gentlemen.
see him come in for par here. He's got a tester to stay 2 over. And just blows it past.
Oh.
See is just a little frustrated there.
Judd's early woe struggles seem to continue.
Come back for bogey and stay only 3 over. And just blows it past again.
Oh, my.
Not sure what's going on
Really
here.
struggling on Forest Green. It's just one of the most challenging greens on this course.
Most challenging pin location. Taps in for double. He'll be 4 over through 4 holes.
That's
See,
a tough start.
we pick up with Olsen in the 4th fairway. He is for second shot in the par 5. Even for 3 holes. You see, he cannot try to aim at the green here. He has to hit it around the dog leg still. Chunks it out there, but it is in good position.
That's
He'll just lay up. He'll have a good shot.
almost great position,
So probably close to like 60 yards here for his 3rd shot.
but he's gonna have to hit some sort of stinger shot to get under those trees.
Looks like he's using the 4-iron here, folks.
The wind's whipping across crosswind.
It looks good.
Looks coming up there, and oh wow, what a
Oh.
shot! Man, it's probably 10 yards short of the
Stuck
hole.
it right
Beautiful
up.
shot for Olson.
So for birdie here,
Lining up for his birdie.
so he's probably got about 7-8 yards here.
Hopefully he doesn't blow it past.
Ooh, and
Oh,
He nicks
beautiful.
it. To
The
move
crowd.
to
Beautiful
move to
chip.
1 under, ladies and gentlemen.
takes a 5-shot lead on Judge just through 4 holes. Hole 5 is a downhill par 3, pretty straight shot. The hole if you hit the totem pole or lay in the rocks, you have water surrounding the green. Olson has the box after his hole 4 birdie.
That's a great birdie to have on hole 4, as it is the 1 handicap.
Olson with 9-iron in hand here, trying to play draw off the deck. Sky high in the air.
A little bit too much of a draw, I think.
You'll hear it come off the house, it sounds like, and don't know where that ends up. The dog runs after it. He seems satisfied with his shot.
They ended up right in the middle. Here's Judd.
Judd trying to make up some ground after back-to-back double bogeys.
Down 5 strokes.
You
Very
see-
hard to make up.
Seems okay if it. Oh, and it ends up in the rocks. Now, rocks used to be a bunker on the Backyard Golf Association, but recent upgrades to the rules lay them as a water hazard.
He'll
That
be
was
dropping for
due to
par.
the new clubs that everyone acquired. Did not want to scratch them up.
So, Judd for par, and he needs to stop the bleeding very soon, or else this round's going to get out of hand.
He'll have a tough shot.
And hits the totem pole to save par. He is 4 over through 5 holes.
Okay.
Not out of it yet, but not the start he was looking for.
He really needed that last shot.
Olson with a tickler for a birdie. And it stays in there. Olson moves to 1 under through 5 holes with a,
2 under.
That is a correction.
2
It
under.
is 2 under.
my bad, 6-shot lead through 5. Hole 6 is a par 3 over the house to the green box. Short one, you're going to loft up a 9-iron and try to float one over.
You do not want to
Oh.
miss right. Right will put you straight into
Oh,
Slammed
that's
into the
safe.
house.
And
I
Olsen-
think that's playable. That
Olsen-
is a tough lie.
That's tricky. You see Judd here trying to float one up above the house. Just try to clear it, which Olson could not do.
It's looking right at the
Looking
pin.
decent. What a
Oh.
shot! Ooh, that's like
Parked it
like
right next to the
two
box.
2 yards for a quick birdie there. Really needs that. See, we look at Olson's lie. It
Judd
is
trying to make some strokes.
it is playable here. He's gonna have a long look at birdie, try to move the 3 down.
This player's familiar with playing out of the leaves, though, as he really practiced that before the round.
Punch shot, and it runs up there, avoids all the water hazards. See, here it is. We're gonna get behind the green for you on this angle for Olson's par putt.
This could be a tricky putt with that tree in the way.
Olson trying not to blow it over, which has become a problem for him in recent days.
And he does nick
Oh.
the box.
Action.
Well done.
He nicks it to stay 2 under, folks, through 6.
Judd to get a birdie, a much needed birdie.
Almost a tap in.
And he
Yep.
gets it. That was just set up by a beautiful tee shot.
Much needed.